wrestling fans, and welcome to yet another edition of Championship Wrestling Connection, the home of World Fighting Showcase. I'm your host, Matt McCormick, alongside my partner, Dr. Tom Pritchard, wrestling legend, former World Tag Team Champion, and former WWE head trainer. Safe to say you know a little bit about professional wrestling, Dr. Tom.
Well, after being around it over 35 years, yeah, I'd have to say I've seen a lot of guys come and a lot of guys go. In fact, I've also seen a lot of guys hang around just a little bit longer than they should have.
Well, Saturday, July 11th is something that we are so excited about. It's the debut of World Fighting Showcase in Bluefield, West Virginia at the Bluefield Auditorium. 7 o'clock bell time, and all the ticket information, Dr. Tom, is available at WeFightStrong.com. Again, I cannot put enough emphasis on the fact that tickets start as low as $10. What a deal to bring your family out to
What a deal, not just for the production value, but for the talent that World Fighting Showcase is going to bring to Bluefield.
Absolutely, and I'm glad you mentioned that because over the last few weeks we've taken a little bit of an in-depth look at some of the competitors that we're going to feature in World Fighting Showcase, and one of them is a guy named Lance Erickson. And Lance Erickson has an interesting story, Dr. Tom. He's kind of at the end of his road, so to speak, as far as his career goes. How will that transition into World Fighting Showcase?
Well, I don't know necessarily if he's at the end of his road or if he's just starting a new trail here in World Fighting Showcase. I mean, Lance Erickson's a guy who's been around. He understands the ins and outs of professional wrestling. He knows the pitfalls. He knows how to take that high road, but he's also been knocked down a few times. So I like to refer to Lance as that grizzled veteran coming in with the experience and the know-how against some of these young rookies, if you will, here in World Fighting Showcase. He's going to be the guy that everyone looks to, I think, for the knowledge and the know-how. He knows the shortcuts, but he also knows where they'll take you.
But also something that Lance Erickson has to be aware of is the toll that his road up until this point has taken on his body. A lot of injuries, a lot of setbacks, and against the younger guys, that might not fare well.
Well, that's the thing with Lance. He knows when he's hurt, he knows when he's injured. He knows the difference between working with an injury and knowing when to sit out. At least I hope he does, because if he doesn't, that's where it's going to be his downfall.
Absolutely. One of the younger guys that might take advantage of that, Dr. Tom, is Jason Kincaid. Jason, I wouldn't call him a rookie. He's a younger guy in the professional wrestling business, but Jason, he's different.
A different guy, a different look, but it's definitely something that West Virginia fans would know about because as a wrestling purist and a guy who knows how to survive. We talked about Lance Erickson being a survival. Jason Kincaid has survived so far in his young career in professional wrestling, but now coming to World Fighting Showcase, he has to prove himself all over again to a different set of fans. But once again, Jason Kincaid is a guy who can back it up. You know, he's wrestled all over the country. He's done some independent. He's done a lot of work where you might look at him and say, this guy is different, but now coming to World Fighting Showcase, everyone is different. Everyone wants to make a name for themselves, and Jason is to be thrown in with a bunch.
You talked about Jason being a wrestling purist. The next guy I want to bring up is not necessarily known for being a wrestling purist, but more of an entertainer. We talked about there's going to be some outstanding and outlandish, if you will, characters in World Fighting Showcase. Bruce Gray is one of them.
Well, there's such a thing as letting your mouth overload your rear end, and I think Bruce Gray is one of these guys who's going to be the guy everyone in the locker room is going to be paying attention to, if not only for the right reasons, it's because he's probably going to be one of the loudest guys in there. Now, I've known Bruce for a while, about his reputation for a while, let me say this. And Bruce Gray is a man who isn't afraid to tell you how great he is. He's not afraid to tell you his opinion if you want to know it or not. Oh, yeah. And that could cause a lot of problems, cause a lot of friction here in World Fighting Showcase. But we'll wait and see because you have a mix of veterans and young talent coming in at this time.
Absolutely. And one more guy that I want to mention that's very different as far as his style goes, and that's Ron Mathis. Ron has made a living or a name for himself
being a little extreme, if you will.
Tables, light bulbs, thumbtacks. But that doesn't happen in World Fighting Showcase. What type of a transition does Ron Mathis have to make?
Well, it's one of those things that if you can't lock up, if you can't grab a headlock, you don't know an arm bar from an arm, whatever it may be, a top wrist lock, and a wristwatch from a wrist lock. Let me say that right there. Thank you very much. Ron Mathis is going to have his work cut out for him here in World Fighting Showcase for the mere fact that you do have a plethora and a divergent type and a divergent style of wrestlers here in World Fighting Showcase right now. Ron Mathis is a guy who might know how to break a light bulb or a fluorescent light over his back or over your back, but does he know how to wrestle? Does he know how to fight? Well, fighting's one thing, wrestling's another. Once again, we talk about a lot of concepts here in World Fighting Showcase. Is Ron Mathis going to be able to survive? We'll see.
Absolutely. Men Fighting Men, World Fighting Showcase. The debut, Saturday, July 11th at the Bluefield Auditorium in Bluefield, West Virginia. 7 o'clock bell time. WeFightStrong.com for ticket information. Let's get you back to the ring and take another further look into the competitors that we'll see on Saturday, July 11th.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Bruce Gray, and I fight strong. You want to see me fight strong? July 11th, I'll be at the Bluefield Auditorium, Bluefield, West Virginia. The night World Fighting Showcase presents Revolution. That night, I revolt.
I'm Ron Mathis, and I fight strong.
My name is Bruce Gray, and I fight strong.
Big right hand. Notice he's using his right hand, not his left hand, that Ron Mathis has been relentlessly working on.
Now I don't know. Maybe I should have been paying better attention. I guess he is.
What do we
on a?
Oh my God! On his head in light tube. Big suplex.
Oh, I started to ask, is Tremont a southpaw? Doesn't matter after that. Christ.
That's it. Tremont kicks out, showing the heart of 10 men. Mathis setting up a tripod of light tubes with a big forearm. I don't think the Bulldogers can take too much more. Big shoulder to the gut. Another big shoulder to the gut.
Deep in the guts.
Deep in the gut. Wow.
And I don't know if you can see this on the DVD, but I noticed on his entrance, Tremont's got thumbtacks in the bottom of those boots still. Stuck in there. That's gotta hurt. I mean, a boot in the face on those.
What are we gonna see here? Oh! Tornado DDT landing Matt Tremont directly on the top of his head. It's it. 1, 2. Tremont kicks out. Wow. You can feel the buzz in the arena. Wow, there's glass everywhere. Mathis is cut open all over his back. Big right forearm.
Chop.
Ah. Tremont baiting him. And it's having no effect. Punches, punches, punches until finally he kicks.
Fist and fire.
Fist of fury. Big forearm. Ron Mathis really has been on the offense.
Oh.
Oh!
Matt
Right
Tremont here in almost as much pain as homeboy who got hit in the broken collarbone with a bag of candy.
You can see the broken glass on Tremont's nipples. What's he gonna go for here? Up and over. Big backdrop by Tremont to the outside.
Greetings, grappling fans! I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you know this, but the most heart-stopping, jaw-dropping, eye-popping, high-flying, death-defying,
Jason the Gift Kincaid comes to World Fighting Showcase July 11th at the Bluefield Auditorium, Bluefield, West Virginia, and you can find your tickets at WeFightStrong.com.
Tournament, which is, glass, barbed wire, tacks, you name it, a bunch of stuff. At some point, I think I took a hard fall on my elbow, and it gashed it open, and then at some point, I guess it got dirty, and I got cellulitis in my elbow, so the doctor had to go in and pull my skin apart and pull out a whole bunch of dead skin the cellulitis killed, and also pull out the infection, of course. And then I left the hospital, and 4 days later, I got violently ill from the anesthesia, so it's been a rough go. What would it mean to become WFS champion? It makes people sound greedy, but the number one answer is always the champion gets more money. And it's easier to live my life how I want and live life on my terms the more money I have. Plus, there's the pride, the honor, and the glory that comes at knowing you're the best at what you've dedicated your entire life to. So it's everything to me. The competition in WFS, there's only one way to describe it, and it's intense. I mean, you got guys like Jason Kincaid, he's been all over the world. He's wrestled the best of the best, You got Lance Erickson. He's just a big guy. And he hits hard and he hits often. He's going to be hard to get by. And then you got, the people you're not even thinking about, like Bruce Gray. A lot of the fans might not know anything about Bruce, but I know a lot about Bruce. We live in the same city. We travel together. And Bruce has dedicated his life to this sport. And if people don't pay attention to him, he's gonna surprise some people. And then there's Reaper Connard. I've known him real well for a lot of years. That guy is intense, and this business means the world to him. This sport means to all those guys the exact same thing it means to me. And that means we're willing to die in that ring, and that's what every single person brings to the table. The legacy I hope to forge in World Fighting Showcase. First and foremost, I want everyone to know that I am the toughest man in this sport. You can knock me down as many times as you want. You can pull my elbow apart and pull a bunch of crap out of it. You can do whatever you want to me, but I live for this. This is my entire life, my entire world, and I won't accept anything except for the best possible outcome you can imagine, and that's holding that championship over my head. That's my legacy. The decision factor, it isn't necessarily going to change my game, because I don't think coming out there and trying to suck up to the fans, they're going to see through that. The fans are smarter these days. So I'm going to come out and be myself. Maybe they'll like me, maybe they won't. But after a few times out there and they see the punishment that I'm willing to take and how much I'm going to keep coming back and how much the sport means to me and how much I need this, they're going to relate to me. And they're going to know. And if I performed up to the caliber, whether they like me or not, they're not going to be able to ignore it. My in-ring style. There's only one way to describe my in-ring style, and it's brutal. Anything that I go through, I'm going to put my opponent through too, because I'm the best hardcore wrestler in this country. Now, I'm aware that coming in here that's not going to matter, because this is grappling. But tough is tough. Heart is heart, and determination is determination. I'm not going to have the glass to rely on. I'm not going to have the barbed wire to rely on. All I'm going to have to rely on is myself. And that's exactly what I'm looking for, because the hardcore, it's getting kind of easy to hurt people. I'm going to do it with just my bare hands now, and I look forward to the challenge.
I'm Lance Erickson, and I fight strong.
It's looking like it's going to go to the floor. And someone stepped on the light tube log cabin.
Stepped on the light tube log cabin. He's fired.
Trading blows in the apron. Wonder if Tremont has scouted this move.
get his
Has
homework.
hooked on.
Flatliner onto the apron was not happening.
Oh! That had to cut his stomach open. People starting to get into it now. Truly behind Tremont. Looks like he's setting up a couple chairs. Big punch.
Right out there on the floor in front of him.
Oh, big kick. Setting up a light tube table, it looks like.
That's a lot of light tubes.
He's draping them
Telling
across
people,
the table.
get out of the way.
This could be the end of relentless Ron Mathis. Ooh, could you hear that punch from here?
Girl with the bunny ears in the crowd is very excited.
As always, we want to encourage you to visit LogansWorldTV.com. Dr. Tom, all the information about Logan's World TV, LogansWorldTV.com products, everything that the fans need to know about our company is right there on the website.
Don't forget, LogansWorldTV.com is where you can see the office visit, the documentaries of professional wrestling that you just can't miss, like the Rock and Roll Express, the handsome Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Vane himself, the Ivan Koloff, the Russian Bear. It's all there, including movies, TV shows. Everything you want to watch is right there at LogansWorldTV.com.
Absolutely, and for fans of pop culture, we actually have a show called The Outsource Show, hosted by myself, Dr. Tom, and we actually go out to different Comic Cons and conventions, toy conventions, and we showcase and highlight those events, so we know you would enjoy that as well. So fans, LogansWorldTV.com, it is the home of World Fighting Showcase, and speaking of that, let's get back to the ring and show some more of our competitors.
I'm the Reaper, cornered, and I fight strong.
Really, the referee should just kind of stay out of the way. I mean, he's just there to count the three. It's not like he's going to DQ somebody here.
The Bulldozer has no mercy. Look at his chest. Here we go. Big chop on the apron by the Bulldozer. Another big chop. Think about the glass that's still hanging around the chest of Ron Mathis as the Bulldozer drives it in with his heel.
Crowd says more light tubes.
I actually just did a count. We've used 436 light tubes already in this match. That's the exact count.
Fremont's got a bundle there.
Tremont contemplating the destruction. Has a little bit of limp. Big knees in the corner. Mathis fighting back. Big European. There goes Tremont. He hangs on.
Exploder into the light tubes.
That is it.
No,
Fighting spirit.
he's firing up.
From Ron Mathis. Mathis.
Cobra clutch suplex.
Fighting spirit from Tremont. These men feel no pain.
Big elbow clothesline.
Can a death match end in a double countout?
I'm almost certain that it can.
People all on their feet.
Now, if it did end in a double countout, no one would be the winner of the deathmatch tournament.
To be co-champions.
Oh,
Mathis.
just
Bulldozer.
like it's all
Mathis.
they've got left to just
Bulldozer. They're spent. This is the third match they've had tonight, guys. Beaten, bruised, bloody, fighting with everything they have to win the deathmatch tournament. Once again, the Bulldozer baiting Mathis. Trading blows in the middle of the ring. Big right hands. Neither give it an inch. Fighting to their feet. More light tubes.
Is he going for that face
We saw
wash
this
again?
earlier. Look at Tremont's arm.
Going to get the light tube log cabin that the security guard stepped on.
If he hits this, it's lights out. It's over. Fighting back to his. Big knee by the Bulldozer. Stalking Mathis. Another strong right hand. Mathis blocks the buckle. Another big right hand.
Tremont is a bloody mess.
It is a bloody mess. Nice European uppercut. Did you see the glass fly off? Mathis says it's over.
Man, I thought for a second he was just going to yank him off by his feet there.
I'm kind of nervous at this point. Imagine what these two men are fighting for.
Now imagine how bad the ring's going to be after this match when the next match has to come out.
This is the finals.
Oh. Oh.
Elbow. Elbow. He's going for the suplex onto the log cabin of light tubes. Whoa.
Oh! Real
Ladies
tight
and
on that,
gentlemen, that
almost
is
a
it.
brain buster off the top rope there.
If he can make the cover, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2. The Bulldozer kicked out at 2 3/4.
There is so much blood. I agree. This is awesome.
How these two men are still standing, I will never know. The blows having no effect on the Bulldozer. Big forearm, he's coming back for more.
Right in the ear. Oh, vicious forearms.
We're going to see a powerbomb here on the light tubes. Oh, he slides
Up
out.
and over.
Big right hand. Blocks. Tombstone pulling a. Oh, Mathis showing the strength of 10 men. Oh, tombstone, 1, 2, 3. And that's the end, ladies and gentlemen. Your Night of Psychos champion, Ritless Ron Mathis.
Winner of the...
Dr. Tom, Saturday, July 11th is getting closer, and I can't wait. The debut of World Fighting Showcase and the debut of these competitors that we've shown the fans and talked about this week.
What a divergent style, what a different style, and an interesting style the fans have to look forward to on July 11th. 7 p.m. bell time at the Bluefield Auditorium.